Good evening or night, YouTube subscribers. It's girl Carrie here. Today I figured I'd touch on a few kind of sensitive topics. As you know, I'm on the as some of you probably know from the beginning, or some of you that are new, I am on the autism spectrum. I currently, because of me being autistic, having severe depression and anxiety and bad vision, so I don't have a license, I'm unemployed. But in today's video, I am going to talk about something that probably would probably upset a few people, so giving you a fair warning. This is going to be about suicide and mental hospitals and all the mumbo jumbo that goes along with that I'm going to talk about. So, just a fair warning, this is not really a fully joyous hooray vlog. It's a sit-down story, so if you're kind of sensitive to suicide and psychiatric hospitals and things like that, don't watch it. That's your warning. Right after this intro, I'm gonna start. Hello, everybody.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities.
Okay, I hope whoever decided to leave left, and whoever decided to stay decided to stay. But anyway, I'm gonna touch up on a few things. As you guys know, as I said in the intro, I suffer from depression and anxiety. Last week, I actually was almost gonna kill myself along the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Like, I was maybe 5 feet away from the roadway. That's how close I was to live traffic going 65, 70 plus mile an hour. Oh dear. My pill bottles or whatever that I have you guys propped up on kind of fell. Hold on a minute. Okay, so, yeah, I was gonna commit suicide, well, by using the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which, as some of you know, I have the gift, which some doctors would classify me as delusional for this, which I don't see it any more delusional than people who believe in religion or other spiritual mumbo jumbo. But I talk to highways and stuff, and one of the reasons why I'm still here, well, other than my cat, but one of the reasons why is because Penna, which was who I was going to use to kill myself, I was going to use his traffic to kill myself, he kind of talked me out of it. He talked me out of it, but that doesn't mean I had a full-blown depression episode, which usually my depression episodes usually occur when I'm having a fight or having a tantrum related to my autism, but lately I've just been depressed, even though my medicine has also recently been upped even more. But, so anyway, whenever I had that episode, my mother, because I was riding with my mother, she called my doctors, and then they said for me to go to the emergency room and whatnot. Which, yeah, that's fine. I know people have been there. But honestly, based on some of the other YouTube creators' videos and stuff like that, I think going to the emergency room and going to mental hospitals is a load of crack. Okay? For some people it may help, but based on a lot of the videos I've seen on YouTube where they talk about their mental their mental hospital experience or mental health experience, and they talk about either going to the emergency room, being in the psychiatric hospital, getting medications up, therapy, you name it. I think after seeing the videos, I think it's a load of BS and it wouldn't do me any good. Because some of the videos I've seen, there was this one chick that talked about how she went into the emergency room because she was kind of like me, kind of lost all hope, wanted to commit suicide. And they took away her phone, they didn't give her a book, they didn't let her watch TV, they didn't do nothing. And they made her wait there for over 8 hours or so just to get medicine to be sent home. Now, another reason why I wouldn't want to go to a hospital or a mental institution, and I encourage people that don't feel that's going to work for them to not go. I don't want to say I encourage you to not go, because if I say that, then YouTube will flag me for revealing what I believe is the truth. But another reason why I won't go is I carry around maps. You take away my security blanket, and yeah, I will go crazy. I don't care if you take away my phone or anything else, but I will not go to a mental hospital because they'll take away my maps. More or less, I concluded a mental hospital and going to the emergency room and whatnot for depression, suicide, anxiety, all that, mental health. I concluded it based on other videos. It seems like prison, where they more or less have you sit in a room for hours on end waiting to see a doctor. Sometimes, a lot of the time, they take away all your stuff. You can't have your phone, you can't do nothing, you can't contact loved ones except during certain times. You get meal during certain times. You have to go to like group therapies and take medications and all that. It kind of reminds me of jail. And my theory is, with me being depressed, why should I have to go in a jail-based setting to make me feel better? How is going to something that's equivalent to jail gonna make me feel any better when depression, if you think about it, is already like being in jail, because you're trapped in this deep, dark pit that you're trying to climb your way out of. And sometimes you get little gaps in the pit, which is the days that you have your highs of being happy, but you're not fully ever out of that pit. So I think mental hospitals are BS, and going to the ER for depression is BS. I wouldn't recommend it. I also kind of think medication is BS, too. Yeah, it has helped some people. Yeah, it can help you probably if you give it a shot. But I've been on medication the good majority of my life. Originally, when I was younger, I was on medication for ADHD and stuff. That helped kind of taper me out till I got a little bit older. Personally, I kind of don't really condone putting your child who has ADHD or anything on medication. As a parent, I would try to make that a last resort after exhausting everything else, personally. Especially since compared to when I was a kid, there's more resources nowadays for people who are autistic, have ADHD, Down syndrome, etc. But I was on medication for that. Then when I became a teenager, so probably ever since 13 years old, I've been on and off medication for depression. And I've also been to therapy. Originally, I didn't want to do therapy, and then finally, when I got a little bit older, I started wanting to do it. but the therapy was a load of crock, considering I had a lady who more or less said to me, oh, well, your problem is you need to get a boyfriend and everything else, and you'll feel better if you do that, blah, 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 blah. I think medications are a load of crock, and therapy is a load of crock, which I'm currently in both, so I can testify, being that I still have my down days, which pretty much has been every day lately. I mean, it's not as intense as it was particularly last week when I tried to kill myself on the turnpike, but it's there. It's not like it vanished. I still get depressed. I kind of just want to take one of these, which I have been taking these lately, a sleep aid, and just sleep. That way I don't have to deal with anything because I'm not awake, but I'm not dead, so people can't mourn over me. And another thing too is, like, when people say suicide isn't the answer. Okay, I get that argument, but when you're in such a big pit and you got all these problems filling that pit, so there's more or less no way out, and all these problems are gonna smash you if you're on the bottom of the pit, yeah. Before I get smashed, I'd rather end it on my terms than get smashed by all these problems that are pushing down on me, that are eventually gonna smash me anyway. So people that say suicide is not the answer, I think that's a load of baloney and horse hockey. If I honestly, which I imagine some people will see this, on my perspective personally, if I didn't have my cat, because I do worry that if I were to do it, my parents or my brother or whoever else would give her up and wouldn't keep her in the family, especially since she's used to my family. If it wasn't for her, and it really wasn't for me not wanting to upset Penna, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, because his wife passed away, not from suicide, but from cancer, and I'm his friend, so that'd be kidding him twice. I know he's had a history of depression. It got him to the point where he would drink. Those are probably mainly the two reasons why I sit here and more or less suffer. Now, not every day, I may note, and I'm going to tell everybody about other people that are kind of depressed too. From a depression person standpoint, like I said, not every day is terrible. You'll sometimes have that hole that has a few gaps of light in it where you'll be happy and feel like your problems have disappeared. For either it could be for a day, it could be for a week, it could be a month. You know, it can vary on how big that hole is in the pit. But sometimes, again, once you get into that hole, sometimes the stuff eventually comes crashing down on you again. More or less, reality is gonna come crashing down on you again. And you're gonna feel depressed, and you're gonna be back to that dark place. And I know another thing is, people will ask, well, suicide isn't the answer. And what about your friends and your family? The main thing I say to that, and the main thing probably other people have said, why does that matter? I'm dead. Why does it matter how my family feels or my friends feel when I'm dead? Like, let's kind of rewind without talking about suicide. Let's talk about your life, you grow old, your kids, and you have friends or whatever. They kind of split apart from you and don't spend as much time with you anymore, or don't ever come around. You get old and you get into a nursing home and they don't come around. And then all of a sudden you die and they're at your funeral. Why are you at my funeral? Why are you there for me now that I'm gone versus when I'm here? So, in relation to suicide and killing yourself, I say, why is my death? Why do I need to worry about other people? If I killed myself, that's not my problem. I'm dead. Nothing I can do about it. I'm more or less dead, which is a fact of life. And you'll have people that'll be like, well, what about your sister or your brother or your aunt or your grandparents or your friends or your nephews or your nieces or whatever? Again, why do I care about it? I'm dead. And for me, yeah, my family's around and whatnot, but it's not like they come around every day. I mean, I don't have to have my sister who lives in Pennsylvania. I don't have her wanting to make a plan to want to come to West Virginia to spend time with me along with her husband and her 2 kids. I don't have her wanting to do that ever, but yet she can go to North Carolina and other things like that with her friends. That just kind of shows me that I don't matter. It's all a load of bullshit. And then I have a friend, well, supposedly, I have a friend who cares about me and whatnot, and who works for Penna, which is how we're friends. I met her through Penna. She claims she cares about me and stuff, and last year she made a promise saying that she would come see me or whatever. She hadn't put forth the effort to do that, which I know, sometimes, yeah, people are busy. But when you do stuff, since I'm depressed, when you do stuff like go to Florida to see your sister or plan a trip with your friends to Aruba, but you can't come fucking 5 hours to my place to spend the weekend, how is that with somebody with depression supposed to feel? Like, why should I care about being alive? That's another example that pretty much tells me, oh, well, she'd probably only come around just like my sister if I died. So, what the hell should I care? And pretty much those are the big points I wanted to make. I also think when people say, oh, it will get better, and oh, there's always hope, that's a load of bull crap too. I've been depressed for over fucking 10 years, pardon my language, but this is real and raw crap. So I've been depressed for over 10 years. I've had probably days, if not a few months or so, out of those 10 years where, yeah, I felt like I had hope again. And, everything was looking up. But then it all comes crashing down. Again, how I would describe it, it's like a black hole where there's occasionally little speckets of light every now and then that give you hope and make you think your depression's over and whatnot. And yes, they're happy moments. Yes, I can say I had happy moments. I had some days where I enjoyed working in New Stanton. I enjoyed living in New Stanton. I had some days where I enjoyed seeing Penna or I-77 and 64, whatever. I have days where I'm happy, but in reality, it's all a load of crap. There is no hope. There is no hope. There is no, oh, your dreams will come true. Oh, it will eventually end. It's a load of crap. It's a load of crap that people say to make you go to therapy and whatnot, which I'm going to. I have been going to, and I think, again, it's useless to give doctors money It's a load of crap. I'm sorry, but this has just been my opinion on the truth. You do whatever you want to do with what I said. But, I mean, I'm not condoning anybody, and I'm not condoning myself to kill yourselves. But you do whatever you want to do. I mean, yes, sometimes, depending on the person, therapy helps you, or getting medication helps you, or combining the two can help you, or being in a mental hospital helps you, or just a change in life helps you, whatever. But to me, most of it, I've been through most of it, or I've seen stories of other people going through it and it not working for the majority of those people. So in my opinion, it's a load of crap. And then also another thing, I don't want to, if there's any kids in this video, or teenagers, I'm sorry to burst your bubble on this, but when they say, oh, your dreams will come true, just like when you watch all these Disney movies and whatnot, if this person gets their dream job or their dream house or something that they dreamed of comes true, it's a load of crap. I've had a few dreams that have not, and probably will not, ever come true. Like, I wanted to work for the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and I've wanted to work for the West Virginia Turnpike. I've been applying for both toll agencies since I graduated high school in 2017. It has not come true yet, and I highly doubt it will come true. Pretty much the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission hates me, that's a given, so we all know that ain't gonna come true. So when they say, oh, aim for your dreams, it will come true, it's a load of crap. I can't stress how much of a load of crap all this crap of positive thinking and whatnot is. But anyway, if you stayed till the end of this video, I hope you all enjoyed. Take whatever I said with a grain of salt or a bag of sugar. I don't care. Do whatever you feel is right. Like I said, some things work for people, some things don't. I'm just voicing my own opinion about me thinking a lot of this is a load of crap. But anyway, like, subscribe, and comment, and hopefully the next video you see will be a blog and will be more positive. See you all later.